The end of monolithic blockchains, Celestia and the modular thesis. 10 years ago, every serious blockchain promised the same thing: faster, cheaper, more decentralized, more secure, all at once. That promise runs into one constraint: security, scalability, decentralization. Push 2, the third resists. Monolithic chains respond with vertical integration, execution, consensus, settlement, data availability, all on one base layer, clean for the user, heavy for the validator. Solana represents that bet clearly. High throughput, unified execution, real production load, it works. But scale increases hardware demands. Bandwidth grows, storage grows, validator requirements rise. Over time, participation narrows. The question is not performance. The question is long-term decentralization under stress. Now the counter-argument. Celestia does not compete on execution. It removes execution. It does two things: consensus, data availability, nothing else. That sounds minimal. It is not. Because data availability is the hidden bottleneck. Every blockchain block contains transaction data. If the data is not accessible, the block cannot be verified. Traditional chains solve this bluntly. Every full node downloads everything. Secure, expensive, finite. Celestia restructures the problem. Instead of forcing every node to download every byte, it proves the data exists through sampling. Blocks are encoded with redundancy. Nodes randomly sample pieces. If enough pieces are available, the probability that the full data exists approaches certainty. Light nodes can verify availability. Scaling no longer depends on the weakest machine. It improves as the network grows. That is the difference. Monolithic chains scale vertically. Modular chains scale horizontally. Execution moves to roll-ups. Celestia becomes a shared data layer. Developers launch execution environments without building full base chains. They rent data availability. It is closer to cloud infrastructure than to a mainframe. Specialization replaces compression. That changes the economics of scale. But here's the multi-billion-dollar question. If this architecture wins, where does the value go? TIA is the answer. Publishing data is not free. Rollups pay to post transaction data to Celestia. TIA pays for block space. If thousands of rollups emerge, each one must publish data somewhere. If Celestia becomes the default data layer, TIA becomes the pricing layer for modular expansion. This is not a meme thesis. It is infrastructure pricing. You are not betting on one application. You are betting on the cost of data. Now the risks. Modularity introduces complexity. Interfaces multiply. Bridges create assumptions. Assumptions create attack surface. Fragmentation can reduce composability. State spreads across rollups. Latency appears. User experience becomes layered. Monolithic advocates argue vertical integration is cleaner. Fewer moving parts, fewer coordination risks. Execution risk also exists. Celestia must attract rollups. It must compete with Ethereum for data availability demand. Data availability sampling must survive adversarial stress, and value capture is not guaranteed. Technology success does not automatically equal token appreciation. The architecture can win, the asset can lag. That distinction matters. Now zoom out. This is not a winner-take-all market. High-frequency execution environments may prefer monolithic systems. Mass experimentation may prefer modular stacks. One optimizes performance concentration. The other optimizes scalable specialization. Solana and Celestia are not opposites. They are architectural experiments. Two responses to the same constraint. If rollups dominate, data layers become toll roads. If vertical integration dominates, unified execution wins. The prudent approach is exposure. Exposure to performance. Exposure to modular infrastructure. Because if modular becomes the standard stack, Celestia is not competing to be the fastest chain. It is competing to be the substrate, the quiet layer beneath everything. Infrastructure is rarely visible, but it is always paid for. Stay analytical, stay diversified, and stay focused on architecture, not hype.